two amazing children. One 21, well, soon to be 21 in July. The other is 8. My journey as a single parent actually began about 20 years ago. And unfortunately, I found myself single parenting again in 2010. I moved to Iowa in 2007, and the relationship that I moved here for didn't last, and here I was, no family, nothing, just me and my 2 children. So it was very lonely, sad. At that point, I didn't want to move back to Indiana. I was attending a church that I love, had the job that I loved, and it was just hard to just pack up and move back. So we stayed here. This is where we've been, 11 years this year. It's been tough.
My name is James. I am a single father of 6, sole custody of 5. One's out on her own with one of her own. 6 years ago, my son was born, and DHS came into our lives because my wife had made some choices that weren't so great. She had a lot of pain, a lot of prescriptions, and that turned into having things in her system that shouldn't have been there that affected my son. When she wasn't willing to deal with that, DHS got more involved and she was removed. Within about a week of her being removed, we were suddenly facing an eviction notice. The power was off, the water was off. It turned out she hadn't been paying the bills, and all my paychecks were spoken for through January that next year. This was November. At Christmas, we found out that my youngest was on the way, and she came straight home from the NICU to me the next year. And my stepdaughter eventually came back. Her dad let her, and she finished out high school with me, and now she's blessed me with a beautiful granddaughter, and it's me and my 5 through it all.
My name's Christina, and I have a 13-year-old daughter named Ariana, and she and I live in downtown Des Moines, and she is in 8th grade, about to start high school, which is scary and exhilarating all at once. I became a single parent on February 15th, 2012, when my husband awoke me in the middle of the night and said that he was having chest pain, he couldn't breathe. And I called 911, and pretty much before they got there, he gasped for air and collapsed in my arms. And even though he'd been healthy, had no prior issues with his health, was not a smoker, not a drinker, that moment I just knew. And I remember thinking, how am I going to do this? This was not the plan, and it's never the plan, I don't think, to become a single parent. And people rallied around us. They showered us with attention and love and reminders that Warren wasn't gone. He was everywhere in all of their kindness. And to this day, that has been really what gets me through, knowing that I'm not doing this alone.
And the single moms group that meets every Wednesday, I love it because it helps with my walk with God, and they know what the struggles I'm going through, so there's people that I can confide in, won't judge me, and have good advice.
I love the way we come together with fellowship. Although our journeys might be different, it seems like our stories are similar. And I also love the fact that I feel equal, and I don't feel judged. I feel warm, and I feel a lot of love within the single moms group.
I think it's definitely made me a lot stronger in my faith. Just knowing that he's always going to be there for me no matter what. Definitely doing the different studies that we do in our group, learned a lot more about myself and my little family.
These are the most non-judgmental friends that you have. They know what you're going through. They know what to say. And even if they don't know what to say, they're just there for you. And they've been through, I just went through cancer and chemo and all that, and they were my biggest supporters. And they're always there to give me encouragement and through everything. So I don't know what I'd do without these people, these girls.
So I was really excited that they included dads, because pretty much everything out there is for moms, and literally dads cannot be a part of it because we're like unicorns. We don't really exist as far as single dads, but we're real, I promise. There's some of us out there that step up, and I emailed and said thank you. Thank you for including dads. And my kids had a great Christmas, and I had a great Christmas, and my wonderful 12-year-old got me a 2-person picnic in a bag and told me I needed to start dating. And I said no.
At the time, I was also a foster parent, and I had 2 really rambunctious little boys, plus my daughter. But the volunteers were so warm and so kind. I had a little guy, and they, got down and were eye level with him. All 3 of them were like, "Bye, we will see you later." And they looked forward to going. They had a great time. I never worried about their care. And so, of course, then I started looking for the breaks, and then I heard about the Christmas dinner.
See, first of all, I'm escorted to my table. I was done right there. I thought it couldn't get any better. But the whole event, you could tell the love, the time that was put into planning it. Everything was just on point. I felt celebrated the moment the escort grabbed my arm and walked me to my seat. 2 years ago, that gave me life. I was very down on myself. I'm doing the best I can, and I think I do a great job. Thank God for that. But, there's still a stigma. There's still this stigma tied to being a single mom. Even though no one may know your situation on how you became that single mom, there's still this stigma. And it just feels great to be celebrated and empowered.
And just even the people that were in my class, they were so supportive. And I just remember how scared I was. I was so terrified that just even say that this is what's happening, it's just not what I expected to happen. And so I'm great. I'm so grateful. I don't think I would be where I'm at. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at without the support, and even the continued support has been, I think God knows when I need them calls and the checkups, and I'm just like, oh, they do care. And it's just, it's just that little boost I need to just know that I'm doing it and I can do it.
So if there's anything that anyone can do, even to spread the word, if you're not a single parent, I'm sure you know some, and they probably need it. And tell them more than once, because I know it took me hearing about it more than once before I thought it might be something that I would want to look into. So tell someone, and then tell someone else, and then tell them all again.